These two at Nassau and Cedar have lasted almost a whole week. I don't think anybody's touched them. I don't think anybody's lifted the phone handset either. I put a couple of others on the Link machines. There's one on Wall Street, and there's one on Maiden. And the one on Wall Street's been there since yesterday. Actually, no, somebody took the one on Wall Street off, and it was on the sidewalk, so I replaced it. I might have said this earlier, but I was telling a friend about this and how I'd been skeptical with this little guerrilla advertising, skeptical of its effectiveness, and I thought I was doing it just for fun. But I really do think it's working, because the average number of listeners at any given moment is much higher than it used to be just a few months ago. And mine isn't the kind of radio that people are gonna, that's gonna have mass appeal. I certainly hope it never does. Anyway, so I like to get to work early, and I'd been doing some of these videos, but I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to do them. My favorite thing about getting to work is exiting on Fulton Street and seeing the World Trade Center. And that's not it, but these twisty, turny streets down here are a lot of fun. Like a little adventure. Somebody wrote a lengthy article about the Payphone Radio thing, and I've been meaning to link to it from all the usual social media channels. And I was intending to do that when I reactivated Facebook last night. I think I deactivated in December, or at least I thought I did. But when I got there, I was distracted by a Facebook message from somebody who had back in, I think it was November or December, she sent me at my 181, I think I'm going to be in the street, she sent to my 181, and there was a mystery package that I had no idea what it was going to be or who it was from, but when I got the actual thing, I recognized the name immediately. It's somebody I've known for as long as there's been an internet. And I never, and she follows the videos on this here channel. You got this channel here. You got this here channel. But, instead of responding directly to her the way one might, I posted a video of my experience in a video of in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. I think she might have detected that I was singing along with her. She's good. But instead of sending her an email or a Facebook message or whatever, I posted a video of my picking up of the mystery package, and I assumed she would see that. And this is a thing that's happened with me a few times, is I'll have a conversation with somebody, and I'll start telling them about my day or some experience I had. And they cut me off by saying, yeah, I watched your video, I already know about this. Or I read your website, I already know this. Yeah, there it is. That's what I see when I get out of the subway. So I made the mistake of just assuming that she would see that video, and that would be my way of letting her know that I got the package. But she missed that one. But there are, I was hoping to avoid that situation where I talk to her or message her or something and she'd be like, yeah, I know, I saw your video. So my attempt to avoid that circumstance ended up with her being kind of mystified as to whether or not I even got the thing, got what she sent me. That's funny, I thought these were payphones. You'll see. I guess those are ordering terminals or something, but from across the street, I thought this was a big wall of payphones. Wouldn't that be something? I just thought I'd show some steam. I don't have anything to say about this. This isn't as belching and bellowing as it's been in the past, but it's not cold today. Kind of cute seeing it come out of this blue cone. Blue and white. I got into an argument once with somebody over me referring to these things as pylons, P-Y-L-O-N. And that is a perfectly acceptable term to describe these blue cones. Most people call them traffic cones, but I call them pylons. Some people just hate being wrong, but this one individual was incensed, if you will. And I would have been happy to have been introduced to a new word. I was introduced to a new word yesterday. Sussed. I know the word. And I'm not sure what how I would have used it. I think if I ever used that word, I think I would have used it to mean confused. I'm sussed about that. But the way it was used yesterday was, that is sussed, was used in reference to somebody saying something or engaging in an act that reveals the true content of their character, or the true nature of their being. I remember I had a conversation once with an underage kid at a bar. He was from Ravenswood Projects. And I mean, God, he was so clearly underage, it was stupid. He looked like he was like maybe 15 or 16. But once in a while, we were having a good conversation though, and who am I to judge, right? And once in a while I would say something about myself, something maybe not personal, but something revelatory. And he would look at me with this sort of astonishment, and he'd be like, man, I just saw you. I just saw you. And he was saying it in the same way, this meaning of sussed. He was suggesting that I had just said something that revealed the true character, my true colors. So that's my new word. That is sussed. When somebody says something that reveals what they're really made of. The fabric of their being. You say that is sussed. I'm up early today. I don't even think it's 8 o'clock yet. I think I was up at 5:30. started writing the thing I've been intending to write for a long time. The full account of what happened over January 10th and 11th when a whole bunch of people from all over the world discovered that if they called my Payphone Radio phone number, if two people called at the same time, they would be connected and they'd be able to talk to each other. And word quickly spread, and suddenly people from all over the world were calling in and having these brief little 5 or 6 minute long conversations with basically complete strangers. I think some of the people might have recognized each other from Reddit, but mostly it was just people who knew nothing about each other. And the whole arc of that thing progressed exactly as I expected it to. It was a sensation for about 24 hours and then tapered off. But I did make some interesting connections in that period. It's like solid gold, though, because it's so in the spirit, the original spirit of the Payphone project, which the original inspiration was to make it possible for random strangers to connect in a safe and discreet way. And to encourage and facilitate random contacts among perfect strangers, because randomness is everything. These folks obviously didn't connect via payphone. But the payphone itself is at the core of the inspiration, or whatever you want to call it. Is at the core of the connections that were made. I'm suddenly awash with second thoughts about how long I want to hold on to this job. I've only been at it a month. Taking this sort of thing for a short term, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a real responsible adult thing to do. But on the other hand, I'm a free person. When I talk about it being performance art, hopefully I can tell this whole story later, because yesterday I had kind of an inflection point in terms of my purpose, my reasons for taking this job, and the somewhat subversive things I've been doing, sort of off the radar. It's kind of hard to stay off the radar in a job like this, but I think I've been doing that. So I only check on the Doomsday Payphone once a week now, once or twice a week. But there she stands, there she blows. And I bet you we're going to have dial tone again. Look at all these cabs. I mean, I've seen this before, they even park them over on the street. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I'm almost out of Payphone Radio cards, and I probably won't reorder because they're pretty expensive. Well, they're all gone. I think I left 3 of them last time. There's a bunch of lottery tickets, or whatever these are. Let's see, I think I'll put one here. If I do order new cards, I think the front will look like this. But I'm going to see if I can print up both sides and put all my other phone numbers on the other side. Because I have phone numbers that connect to my practice room radio, and I'm not going to put one on the phone today, just given the quantity of cards remaining. I think this is it. But if I do get new cards made, we should see if it works, right? Yep, we got dial tone. And I got a quarter to burn. Why not see if the sucker actually works? I like how the whole, please deposit 25 cents. I love how this whole, can't really tell I guess, but this whole enclosure shakes when I punch the buttons. Okay, I think it's ringing. Actually, I'm just hearing sort of a clicking noise, and I heard 2 beeps. Okay, I know this is working because I just tested it earlier. I'm not hearing anything. Just some crackling. I'd hold it up to the mic, but I don't even think this is going to pick this up. Here. Well, I stand corrected. The Payphone Radio does appear to be off somehow. That'll be the second glitch this week. And this time, I don't know what's going on. There was a problem with the PBX last time. It suddenly stopped functioning as the end point, and I don't know why. I think I said in an earlier thing about the parallel between this having a full-time job for me and the parallel between my lifestyle adjustment and that of somebody going to jail. I'm not comparing having a job to going to jail, but I encountered a circumstance on, I think it was Thursday, where I felt like I was in jail because I couldn't. The PBX was blown up, and I still don't know what happened, and I haven't had time to figure it out, and I don't care as long as it works, but I couldn't do anything about it. I never set up access through my cell phone. That would have been the only way. And even if I had, I don't think I could have navigated all that stuff on the small screen. Kind of a weird situation, but fortunately there's no money on the line. I'm not losing money or anything when that happens, but I'd like to be able to, I'd like to be able to fix things as soon as I discover that there's something wrong with them. And another thing is that there's a piece of mail that's really intriguing at my 181, my post office box. It appears to have come from somebody who got my address from my website. So it's a website visitor or fan or whatever you want to call it. And I can't get to it because the 181 is only open Monday to Friday. My job has been Monday to Friday, and it's too early for me on this job to be asking for 3-hour breaks in the middle of the day. And it's not a critical matter that I get this thing. I mean, it's not like a check that's going to expire, but I should be able to get it on Wednesday, because that'll be my first day off from the job if I don't quit before then. I forget that the world doesn't wake up as early as, or the world doesn't wake up sometimes before 9. I remember once I got up, one one of my more pathetic sounding payphone radio calls was the time I called from the payphone around the corner from a liquor store, and I was waiting for the liquor store to open so I could buy my vodka. Make me sound like such a wino. But it wasn't really like that. I just wasn't going to be able to get it at any other time that day. Okay, I think I fixed the PBX. Let's see what happens now. I'll just feed this guy another quarter. Oh wow, what's this? I don't know, but they got it under the glass. I might look for this. I wonder if this dude has a key. The key to open this ad display cabinet is it's not unique for every booth, for every payphone enclosure. He didn't put the ad on this side. Okay. I'm hearing the clicking noise again. Aha. We have connection. That's good to know. I don't know what happened to my PBX this time. I'm not sure what happened last time either. I think there must be a cron tab doing shit that I don't have any knowledge of. But I'll see if I can figure it out.